Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This is now match day 18. We're almost to the halfway point of this group. So let's see. Sporting versus Breda. Sporting got a very important win against Rio Ave. Can they make it 2 back-to-back wins? Absolutely they can. They beat Breda by 4-1. Goals from Pedro Gonçalves getting his first brace. Morita and who else was the guy? And Catamo. So Morita, Limans. That's the first thing I need to take into consideration. Morita, then Limans. There's Morita. Gets his third. Morita. Jumping all these guys back down once. So Morita has now 3 goals. Limans is probably on 4 or even 5 maybe. He's on 6. Damn. He's definitely the top scorer. So Limans gets his 7th goal of the campaign, passing all these guys. Then Gonçalves scores. There he is. He gets his 5th. Pedro Gonçalves from the left side gets his 5th goal. Then we have Catamo, who's down here somewhere. Catamo. I feel like I missed him. Nope, I missed him. Catamo, there you are. Gets his 3rd. He hasn't scored a single goal to now scoring like 3 back-to-back games. Go right there, Catamo, and now there too. Good victory. Good victory for the Portuguese. Rio Ave versus Petrolul. Rio Ave got a red card by Panzo, putting Petraso as the main guy for now. That also brings back Abby. There we go. Kind of know how the story goes. Alright, Rio Ave versus Petrolul. Let's see how this goes. I'm thinking Rio Ave win. It's a tie. Grozav. Ooh, that's bad. Red card for him. And he also scored another goal that could have given them the win, but disallowed. And he did score a goal. Damn. And him getting suspended. It's a 1-game suspension, but possibly a 2-game suspension depending if like I can change it from the before the match starts. So Grozav and Clayton. Grozav is up here somewhere. Yep. And on his 8th goal. Could have been on his 9th. Grozav is slowly climbing up. And so did Clayton. Clayton, where are you? There you are. Getting his 7th goal. Up in the Rosa, he stopped scoring goals too. Alright. 1-1 game. Pretty decent. Roma versus Hermannstad. Should be a Roma win. Maybe like a discussion. They do win, but again, it's not convincing. Dovbik scoring the only goal. I think that puts him at double digits. It does. As now he is in the top 10 goal scorers in position 7, ahead of Malin, Magri, Smith, Skishibski, and Mares. So Dovbik does really good to enter there. Toulouse versus Al Ali. I mean, Toulouse have been very mediocre against like smaller teams. If they get a victory here, then it's gonna be kind of like. Let's see. Oh. I'm kind of rooting for Toulouse though. Something just tickles my fancy about them. Something. They make it close. It's very close. Mares, Magri, Tony. So first Mares. Mares is on his double digits. What the fuck? He's on his double digits as well. So Mares. Magri. Magri is now in his digits, double digits as well. Head of Malin. I think it was Tony who scored the other one. Yeah, Tony. Ivan, Tony, and then Gonçalves for this side. Tony, where are you? You are now on your 11th goal, which puts you ahead of Pellegrini. What am I listening to? This song's ass. Tony Gonçalves. Tony, and then Gonçalves is on the way bottom. There he is. It's the second. I look at Dimitrovic and it still gives me like, I still get very kind of like, huh? There you go. And Chavez gets his second goal of the tournament after getting his first last time. And Demba gets, I think he's on from his third goal to now his fourth. There we go. Ultimately, a good victory for Alali. To this were close though, that they competed. Alright, Diop was suspended for this one now. So we gotta go there. Put in Boga. We put, I guess, Gouveia? Yep. Ah, my back. Good stretch. Alright, so Boga is now in the starting lineup with Gouveia as a substitute. Nice play against the Lugo Rovers. This should be a Nice win still. Nice have too much quality. Holy, yeah, absolutely. Who is Salis? I'm thinking Salis is Indashimiya, but I could be wrong. Sanson scores for the first time in a while. Sanson, Cho with the brace. I look for Cho first. Cho's like on 2 goals, or 7 goals I mean. I think. No, probably lower. Yep, there he goes. His brace gives him now 8. Hopping all the way up here. So he came in clutch in a time when they didn't have Diop, so that's good. So Cho. Sanson is on like on 2 goals or maybe 1. There you go. He's on his 3rd goal. French midfielder. There we go. Sanson gets in there. And Silas, I'm thinking Silas stands for Indashimiye. But I'm not sure. Let's see. I can verify real quick. Not Bard, not Dante. So it wasn't Indashimiye. Alright, who's Salis then? Oh. I'm just gonna Samed. Alright. Samed, you get your first goal. Samed for Nice to make it 4-0. Good result. Good result for the French side. Southampton versus Swindon. Southampton should have a few players back now. Like Downs. Comes back in for this guy. Takes out Romeo. I don't think Romeo even played any games. Oh, I bet. Alright, so that's a good one. They're still missing Stephens though, I believe. Yep, he's still out. Alright, Southampton facing up against Swindon Town. Come on, Ollie Palmer. You haven't scored a goal in a minute. Well, he continues not to. I like how... Fuck! He came up for Drinan, and then Drinan scores. Charles Azaz. Alright, Azaz scores a brace. Ugh. Azaz scores a brace. Gotta find him real quick. Brace 8-9. 9 goals for Azaz. Azaz. Ah. Oh. Just one good second. I'm stretching. I'm tired again, bro. What the fuck? I had a good night's sleep. I don't know. And this is boring, Carlos. Man, that's why you're getting sleepy. This isn't boring to me, nigga. I do this shit all the time on my own. Okay, where was I at? Didian. Drinan. That's definitely a new goal scorer. Let's go here. Drinan for Swindon Town. Gets a goal. But Charles scores another goal for Southampton as well. I think he's like on 3 goals or something. Yep, there he is. So a good victory for Southampton against a team that they definitely should be better than, considering Southampton in Championship. Swindon Town being in League 2. So the table does show how it should be. West Brom versus Exeter. Making sure. Yep. Just suspended. Just making sure. Alright. Can the Baggies get another victory here? And they can. Why? Alright, Bonnie. Straight red card for you, bro. And Johnston. So Johnston, then Bonnie. Alright, well, Johnston gets his 4th. He's proven to be very important. Roadside research demo. That's interesting. I'll probably look into that. Okay, so Johnston and then Bonnie, who's down. I think scores first goal, so he's gonna be way down here. There he is. Bonnie gets his 2nd goal. Subsequently, also gets his first red card. This is my chance to show the team that I can also help out, just like the way Price does. And I'm not gonna do anything stupid like get a red card. Gets a red card. There you go. Well, it's a good win for the Baggies. They just remain top 8, so can't give them too much fault for that. Holstein Kiel versus Tirol. From the form Holstein Kiel have, I'd say them, honestly. And yes, they do. Look at that. Bernhardsen also scores another goal. And Skishivsky. Bernhardsen. So like on a 2nd, maybe. Yep, there he is. Gets his 3rd. Bernhardsen gets a goal. And then Skishivsky, who also makes double figures now. Getting ahead above Mullen and Smith. So good victory. Panathinaikos versus Espanyol. Interesting. I'm going with Espanyol, bro. Like, if your goalkeeper scores, bro, you got some aura. Yeah. Swiderski scores again. Roberto scores again. Exposito too. Exposito's right here. Gets his 5th. Right there. Boom. Drop these guys down. Swiderski's probably down here somewhere too. How the fuck are you striking and have only 4 goals? Terrible. He scores a consolation goal because ultimately then the actual good striker, Roberto Fernandez, gets another goal, which now puts him level on goals with Maja. Maja has just not been around. Ooh, relegation area. So whoever wins this gets a nice ticket to try and get out of relegation. And of course it is Barracas. Mater and Tapia. Let me just look him up because I'm not looking that shit up. Mater is on his 2nd goal. It's on his 3rd. There you go, Mater. And we can put Tapia, who I know is like on top of there somewhere. I think. Or is he 2 goals? Tapia. There he is. Damn! I thought honestly it was that 1 goal. I think it's because I thought I saw his name. Like, maybe that was like not the right mind space. Guler scores, and he's definitely on 1 goal. I know for a fact. Keep seeing his name pop up every once in a while. The center back. He makes it almost close. Maybe they almost get a point, but ultimately it's not enough. It's not looking good for Kayserispor or Hermannstadt. It seems like those are the 2 guaranteed relegated fodder teams. And not because Kayserispor don't have a good team. They have a good team. They're just not playing good. Alright, that's the end of match day 18, I believe. Yep. Alright, Al Ali, Nice, Roma, and Sporting Club Portugal make up the top 4. Espanyol, West Brom, Panathinaikos, and Rio Ave make up the rest of the top 8. Rio Ave still doing really well. Southampton hosting Kiel, Toulouse, Petrolul, Tirol, Exeter City, Breda, and Sligo Rovers are in the middle of the table, with Barraca Central, Kayserispor, and Swindon Town and Hermannstadt in the bottom relegation area. I guess I'm going to take a quick nap because I'm feeling kind of like dozy. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. But match day 19 is approaching and that'll be the final match day before we get to the halfway point. Be back in just a sec. You'll see this clock be like at 6 o'clock next time.